Hey guys, it's JC Chandler back again. I hope everyone is doing amazing, and I hope you have been creating something in your studio. If you're like me, you've had a couple of days off for the gratitude season. I've been busy in my studio, reorganizing and getting things revamped and decluttered, etc., etc. It's been a couple of days. If you know, you know. Comment below if you know what I'm talking about. Now I have taken some time to sit down and rest, and I'm in the mood to create. So I got my music on, got my blanks chosen, got some paints that I think I'm gonna use. I'll show you what I have here, and y'all know how it goes. Sometimes I use what I have, sometimes I decide to do something different. So if you are a subscriber, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're new to this channel, thank you for joining. I'm so happy you're here. I appreciate every single one of you for clicking play, commenting, and sharing. It helps the channel a great deal and makes my heart happy. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This is not necessarily a create along or tutorial. This is me creating, and I'm bringing you guys along. So if you have any questions in the comments, please let me know. If you have any questions, please comment below and let me know. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to tell you what I got here. So these are a couple of my blanks that I have that... Now, first, let me just back up a little bit. In my reorganizing, yes, I found a bunch of stuff that I'm like, wait a minute, where'd that come from? I thought we find stuff. So I wanted to revisit these blanks because I enjoyed making them before, and I made them into pendants. So I'm going to do that. So I have these blanks. They're on my website. They should be. I believe they're still there. If you're interested in any of these blanks, please comment below if you don't see them on the website. That is in my about section, and I'll drop it in the comments. So I'm going to be painting. I'm going to be using some bling. I don't know if you can see that here. Let's see. I've pre-cut some rhinestones. I've got some wire. This is bare copper. I've got some resin, my favorite. I've got some clippers and some nylon pliers. I've got a file. What else? Got some paints, some metallics that I put into a little bottle. And and I've got a black metallic. I've got my UV flashlight. Some wet wipes over here to the side. What else do we need? Some good music is on. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to do is try and get something painted. Let's see. So my thinking here was, this is going to be a female pendant, and this is going to be a male pendant. Now, what you're seeing here is a little bleed through from the black paint marker that I did on the edges. So this is a double layer. So it's double-sided. The pendants that I have on my website, I don't think they're double-sided, they're flat, but I think you get sets of 2, so you could make this pendant. I think. It's been a while since I've seen that. Okay, so female, male. For the female, I want to use purple to go with the bling. So the way that I use these paints is I just kind of squeeze it out and just go around the area and let it rip. So that's what I'm gonna do here. And I don't even brush it on. I just kind of let the spout, if you call it, if that's what you want to call it, do the painting for me. I'm just kind of letting the paint fall out. And this is gonna give some texture, or at least some layers to the paint. And it keeps me from having to clean up brushes. So I'm not squeezing, but I can see that it's coming out a little bit more than I want it to. And I think it's because I might have a little more water in here than I really remembered. So I might have to make this a little thicker for future projects, because I don't want this to take forever to dry. Let me see. Thought that was falling off the edge. And I'm treating this kind of like when I do resin. Oh, there's a chip of something there. So this is going to take a minute to dry because of how kind of thick it is on. Anyway, we'll see. I might have to put it under a fan. Alright, so there's that. And let me show you what it looks like. This is a nice deep purple. See that? And the rhinestones are going to go into those slots that I engraved. Yeah, that's going to look nice. So I'm going to let that one sit for a sec. And then I'll be putting them both under the fan at the same time. So for the male's pendant, I want to use 3 colors. I'm going to use this one, and this is black metallic. So I think I want the middle to be black. So let me shake these up a little bit. I hope everybody's had a great Thanksgiving and spent some good time with their families, ate some good food. I think I'm gonna paint both sides too, so. But this time, let me see, come on out. Oh, I gotta use a pen to get in there. Do I have one thin enough? Nope, hold on a second, guys. Let me get a pen to stick in there. There we go. Let's see if that works. Oh, that did it. All right, let's get back to it. Let's see. This is black metallic. And it's a little thicker. So I've been, man, I started, I'm off this whole week for the Thanksgiving holiday. My job has Thursday and Friday off, so I took Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I do that every year. I also have the Christmas, almost 2 weeks off for Christmas. Do that every year too. Thank you. I'm so grateful to have that. I mean, I've been with the job for 12 years, so supposed to be needing a break. So I started on Monday in my studio to reorganize, and oh my, I knew it was going to be a bunch. I knew it was going to be a bunch, and that's why I waited until my week off. But oh my goodness, Lord, 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 did I even, my body is sore. Body is sore. I did not lay down till 1:30 last night, so I might sound a little tired. And I thought I was going to take a nap today, but I ain't got to be nowhere tomorrow morning. So I'm doing what I want to do. Whatever I want to do. That's going to be nice. And I'm going to use copper Let's see how that looks up against that. Yeah, I'm gonna use copper wire in there. I think this is thick enough. I hope it is. Let me test it, because I just assumed. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, so now we're gonna do this one. And these metallic paints, I'm gonna try to have links below. They are in many of my videos. I find something I like, I'll stick to it. If it's not the same exact kind, I'll find something similar and link it. Oh my gosh, and I love it. I'm gonna do some mica powder work on some stuff over the next couple of videos. Ooh, that is so nice. What y'all think? Comment below and let me know. I think, did I have gold? I want to do another color up here. Maybe I'll just stain it. How about just brown? I don't want to leave it like that. So I'm gonna grab another metallic and make it just brown. I think those are nice and yummy. This is chocolate. I call it chocolate. That's probably not the color name on the box. That's perfect. Perfecto. Type in the comments and let me know what you've been creating, what you've been up to. I think, look at that swirl on that black. I like it. I like it, I like it. All right, I'm gonna put this in under the fan and then I shall return. I worked on these earlier today. These were already, they were already painted from a previous sitting, but I just hadn't resined them or completed them. So I worked on those earlier today. And now we're working on these. So I will be right back. All right, these are dry. So next step, let's see what we're gonna do, I want to put the rhinestones inside their little bed. So I previously cut these. Gosh, I think these are 2mm. My digital calipers don't have a battery, so I can't tell you exactly. Let me see. I guess I have to use the regular ruler. Let's see. These are, yep, 2mm. 2mm both ways, the stones. So if you want to get these, if you get this blank, you're gonna need 2mm. So I cut it and it's 5 of them and they fall in just perfectly. And this one is only 2 down here, and when you put them in, you really want them pushed close together so they stay in like that. Let me see. Of course I gotta glue them in, and my thought is to put resin in here right now. Let's use this little cup like I always do. Let me get this black paint out of here. Big fat mess. Okay, do this. Get my favorite tool, which I used earlier. Peel that right off. All right, get some resin. Let me knock this out. Oops, didn't mean to be so rough on you, boo. Let's see. I'm gonna put the resin in here and just dab at it. I don't need a whole lot. Just need enough to put it in here so I can put the UV flashlight on it. If it doesn't soak all the way up. So one thing I don't like doing is putting resin on top of my rhinestones. I think it just takes away from the glitz and glimmer of the shine. It takes away from the shine. So what I'm doing is making sure that it is aligned. See how it went over a little bit? I want it to be right at the edge. And then I'll push this one over. And I'll spread them out. Let me go ahead and get this one done. Now you can use glue if you want to. I just didn't want a chance, because I'm going to cover this with resin. I just didn't want a chance any smudges of glue coming up on top of my paint. So I can see that that is right there. So I'm good with that. And just a tad bit more. Now, I probably should use glue here, but I'm not sure. I haven't decided just yet what I'm gonna do over here. I think I'm gonna do resin still because I think the light can get through. That's gonna be sticking out. I don't like that. If you guys know me, I like to have a nice smooth surface on the edge. I think I'm gonna cut that. Yeah, I only want one. I'm gonna have to cut that. Let me wipe this off. I thought it was 2, but just to be safe, so there's nothing pokey on the sides, because I'm all about that smooth edge. I filed all my edges before I started this, so I need it to be nice and smooth. Because the last thing you want is for your customer to be wearing something and it scratches them or their clothes. This is finicky. Okay, take your time. Set it down into the slot. There we go. See if I can get it centered. I really wish it was 2. I think the last one I did had 2. Let me put a little bit more resin so I can feel better about that. And then I'm gonna put the flashlight on. Come on, baby. There we go. Now we're gonna do this. And this should lock those rhinestones in. And then we're gonna cut the wire and get those locked in. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my glue. I hate waiting for the glue. We'll see. I'm gonna do resin, because otherwise I'll have to put it under the fan. I don't want to wait. So let's see if this is locked in. That one's moving. Let's get that one a little bit more. And I'll be putting resin, like I said, on top of this, but not on top of my rhinestones. You'll see what I'm talking about. I might actually coat that with rhinestone, but then come back and spray it with a matte acrylic spray. That's what I think I'm gonna do with this one, because I want it to have almost a dome, but I really think resining the wire in will be the best bet. So let's play around with the wire now and let this sit for a minute. Look at that. What you think? Love it. All right, now we got to cut the wire. So I have this tool, nylon pliers, and that's how I straightened this. All right, so let me show you. I'm gonna straighten this side. See that little bend in there? Let me move this. See that little bend? It's not straight, so let's do this. See how it's straightening it out? And if I wanted to, I could straighten this. Oops. You just gotta, and at the same time it's hardening, so I don't really want to do that too much. So let me go back on this side, because there we go. All right, let's not have this rolling all over the place. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay it on top of the pendant to measure it. So first of all, I want my tip to be blunt. So I'm just gonna snip a little bit. Probably already is, but just to make sure. Oops. My hands are fatigued from working up in this studio. All right, so it's blunt. Let me go ahead and file it just a little bit in case the edge gets right there. So just a little, teeny bit, to get some of that rough off. Even though if I do it right, it'll be lined up, but this has a ragged, I call this my, what do I call this? Rough arrowhead. And see, it's not a straight section, so you don't want it to be caught on there. At least I'm thinking about that. So I'm going to stick this back down, pushing it with my fingernail and holding it right there. In my previous videos, I probably had it measured and said something about what the measurement was, but I can't remember because, again, I just found these in some goodies. Let me go ahead and file this edge. If you have this, if you get this blank, then you can do it the way you want. You can measure. Yeah, that's perfect. Look at that. That copper looks good on that. All right. And then this one's longer. So let's get this edge. That's blunt, but I'm going to file it. I just want to make sure that it is not sticky. Straighten this out a little bit more. Now, you don't need this tool. You can use your hand and some paper towel to do this. I just don't have much grip. My grip is gone. The grip is gone. Just from being in here playing around. Excuse me. I need something. I'm going to mash this to flatten it just a little bit. I want it to be really straight. Okay, there we go. I'm using some wire I found during my cleanup. I'm gonna do this right here. Flatten that edge and file it. Let's just make sure it is long enough. I could go with a little bit less. So, and I think that'll do it. See that? I love this design. Let me go ahead and file this edge. I had fun creating this design. Both of these designs, I was just like, oh my God, this is so cute, so different. So Let me know what you think. Which one you like best? Okay, let's see. Yep, that's stuck, that's stuck, that's stuck. We're gonna use resin. We're gonna use the go-to. Let me get this little piece and this little piece over here. All right, so let's do it. I'm gonna do, where are you? This one's thinner. It's not as thick as the one with the rhinestone in it. That fell right into place. Love when that happens. Get a little more. Okay. There we go. Flatten that out. Oops, getting resin on my hands. Wipe that off. Press it down. Okay, let's blast it with the light. Give it some time under the light. I still have to do the other side. So I'm gonna do that after this cures. I am so in love with these, man. I have another style that I'm gonna show you while this is drying, the paint is drying. Oops, while the paint is drying on this one, I'm gonna show you another style that I have with the wire inlay. Engraved wire inlay pendants is what I had them labeled as when I was working with them before, I believe. Gosh, hasn't been that long, but haven't seen them in so long. So let's see. That's a little, yep. There we go. Perfect. I love this little flashlight. Okay. So, since that's dry and that is cured, there's those two. I haven't done anything to the edges of this one or the back. What do we want to do to this back? We can make it purple. Let's go ahead and cover this up with resin first, and we're gonna paint this side. Yeah, is that in there? It's in there. Okay. We're gonna paint this. Let me see, do we wanna, oh, look at that. That's why I was a little concerned. Let's go ahead and resin both of them. We're gonna resin both of them. Okay, no worries. That's what happens. So, obviously, the wire was covering the resin. So I've got a trick for you, wire. I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna cover it with resin like I said, and then spray it. So why not go ahead and cover this? Unlike the rhinestone, I didn't want to cover the rhinestone. But this I need to get locked in, boo. Let's lock it in. We're gonna lock it in. Do it like that. How about we get the big hubba bubba. Make sure these rhinestones don't come out. That's what we're gonna do. Since we're gonna go ahead and, yeah, we're gonna put it on the side of the rhinestones. Oh, I see you wiggling, baby. I'm glad I checked. I need a little more. See, that happened for a reason. I'm glad it happened while I was still working on it, because last thing you want is for somebody to buy your stuff and it fall apart. Ooh, that would be embarrassing. And a very bad customer experience. Okay. Let's do this. We might as well go ahead and do the whole resining. Let me lock these in first. With the big lamp. Then we will get you taken care of. Let's cover our eyes with the high power eye protectors. And I shall be back. Oops. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see. Nice and cured. Okay. So now we can flip them over and be comfortable with doing the paint job and having them stick. Cool, cool, cool. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do purple on this one again, and then we're gonna redo this. Put them under the fan again. Come on. This one's a little lopsided now because we got the rhinestones on, so it's not laying as flat. And I'm okay with that, as long as it doesn't flip on me. So let's do this. So I'm just gonna squeeze it and then pull it, like if I was doing resin. I'm just pulling it over. Love this metallic paint. And I'm, some of you are probably saying, why wouldn't you just paint the back with a brush? Do you, boo? Do you? I like the uplifted, raised look that this paint is giving. It's giving some texture. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. But another is I don't want to have to clean a brush. That's why I did this in this bottle. All right, I'm gonna, I wanted to switch up the colors, but I don't think I'm gonna do, well, maybe I should. What do y'all think? I know by the time you watch this video, I will have it complete, but I don't know. If it's double-sided, maybe just reverse the colors. I didn't think about the wire. Okay, that needs to be filed down a little because it's catching. I think the resin will fix it, but I don't want to chance it. There we go. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna change the colors. I'm gonna do black up top and brown right here, and then the burgundy and then gold. Okay, let's see. What did I say? Black up top, burgundy, brown, and copper. That's copper. All right, let's do it. Black up top. Watch, I forget. I got them in the order that I said it, so let's just see if I can do it. back up top. Y'all let me know in the comments, what other color combination would you like to see? Should I have done? Could I have done on these? The possibilities are endless, and it's all up to you and your imagination. As you see, red, black, and white, or silver, or pearl, whatever that is another option, which I'll probably do a bunch of these this week because I'm in Zen mode and I'm feeling good. I got a clean studio. Oh my gosh. My desk is clear. I had to remember where I put stuff. I'm sitting here studying my desk like, oh, that's in a new spot. That's in a new spot, and I have more space. Like, I have a rule now. Only certain things, only what I'm working on is going to be on this desk. Only. Everything else has its place, and I don't know how long that's going to last, y'all. But I need it to last, because I'm going to tell you. Maybe I'll get brave enough to share the before and after, but Lord, that before picture is so embarrassing. Y'all see that picture, y'all be like, I think we need to send somebody over there because she need help. Is she okay? I had to show my son. I didn't have to, but I did. I showed him. I felt so accomplished. And I was like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. You know, sometimes things just get piled up so much. And then with work, man. Work had me so daggone crazy. Busy, end of year. Oh my gosh, I like that too. What y'all think? I should have cut 2 pieces of wire at the same time. That's what I should have did. I like it. It looks just as good. All right, let me go ahead and put them under the fan and I'll be back. All right, so we got it all. That's the first side. That's the second side. Which side do you like best? We're gonna get some wire put in. I'm gonna finish this one off camera, I think. My battery is going low, and I'm gonna finish this one now. So I'm gonna brush some resin onto this one and get it cured, and then we're gonna finish this one, and I'll put some pictures on to show the other one, because I don't want to get cut off. Just got a notification that my battery is low. That never happens to me. So I like the texture back here, but I think I'm gonna dome it just to give it a nice smooth feel. So let's get some light on here. Oops, where's my eye protectors? Okay. I'm gonna put a little more resin on that. It's a little lopsided though. Tad bit lopsided. So let me get this done and cured, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I got these done, and I was checking my website, and I don't have these on my website. So if you are interested in any of these blanks, let me know. I decided to put this one on just to give you an idea of what it would look like as a pendant. I put this on a leather cord. This is a small, just a piece to show what it would look like. You can put some jump rings on here and put it on a leather cord, or you can put it on a chain. I think this one came out really, really nice. I like it. Good color, purple. And this one I put some matte, ultra matte coverage on top of what we put down as resin to hold those wires. So can't even really tell. And it kept the nice masculine look to it. So tell me which one is your favorite. I like them both. So if you like these, or if you're looking for something different, here's another idea of a pendant that I was going to do as a double-sided. Now the finished products are on my website. I do have finished products of this one in the male version, and then a round one as well. So check out the links below. Check out the website if you're interested. These are not there yet, and if you ping me or comment below and let me know you're interested in any of these here from the YouTube video, then I'll give you a pretty good discount on a group of these. I love them. All right, guys, go create something amazing. Bye.